You're looking at Maddie. Maddie is the subject of one of the songs I wrote with a friend. And the friend, her name is Anne, and her dog is Maddie. So the date is November 21st, 2018. Anne and I were talking on the phone, and I had my guitar and was strumming it and had an upbeat, poppy song that I was kind of not that I was working on, but I just had this real poppy melody. And because I don't seem to write a lot of real poppy songs, I write mainly rock and for the most part, and not that many poppy songs. So I started singing. I started getting to the chorus and going, Maddie, my girl, because I used to say that to Maddie when I would go and visit Anne. And I says, "Oh, this is kind of neat. It'd be kind of cool to write a song, about your dog." I was saying to Anne, and I says, "Why don't you help me out?" I says, "Let you and I write a song about Maddie." And she really didn't think she could do it. And I said, "Ah, sure, we can do it." I says, let's, I basically had a few. I think I had, a few of the starting verses, and then I kind of pushed in to come up with some of the other verses, and so we collaborated, and she wrote a good portion of it, and so I would say it was 50-50. I wrote all the music and did all the recording of all the instruments, and so it was a good collaborative effort. It was fun. It was one of the funnest collaborations I've ever had, and I think it came out as a cute little song. So Ann had only had Maddie for around 3 months at the time of the recording, so that was kind of neat, neat little fact there. And I think Maddie was only like less than a year old, and I'm not sure exactly how old. Maybe and somewhere under a year. Let's just put it that way, I believe. So this is a little single cover that I made, and I never released it audibly. There's two videos on my YouTube channel, Freistudios. There's a regular color version, and then there's a cartoon version. So if you want to check those out, go check them out. Got some few views on them. So let's go ahead and dig into the song. The original the original version I was playing was a really poppy. Well, I mean, of course, it's a poppy song, but it was had more of a swing to it. So this is actually what I was playing when I was talking to her, and this is the very beginning of the song, and it has a real swing to it. So let's go ahead and preview it here for you right now, and it's just the drum little drum pattern and then a electric guitar. Real jangly. So it has like a real jangly sound to it, sort of reminiscent of the Beatles, like real early pop Beatles. So that was that, and let's go over to the actual song itself. Go ahead and pop it up here, and I'll show you quite a difference to what the song became. There you go. So this is it. This is the Maddie song complete. Here's all the tracks. We have the drums, the tambourine. I just added these hand claps. I thought it was kind of missing some hand claps. Originally, the original recording had hand claps, but it wasn't what I wanted. I mean, what I have here now is what I want. So it sounds kind of fills in these gaps, as you can see. There's some gaps here. I have Maddie barking. Maddie's actually on the song. Kind of a cool little thing is I told Anna, I said, let's put Maddie in the song. So can you get her barking? So I told her to take her iPhone and just record her barking at her house, and she did that. She sent me a nice sound recording of Maddie, which I kind of it was a lot longer than I needed, so I figured I'd go ahead and use Maddie barking as the solo for the song instead of a guitar solo. I said, well, let's have Maddie barking as a solo. So that's what this part is right here, her barking, and I'll preview that for you shortly. Um, and uh, and then I also have her on the outro, so she kind of ends the song as well. So I thought that was kind of a pretty neat little addition to the song. I've got some trumpets. I have three trumpets. I have a high, medium, and low trumpet playing. I have a bass guitar. I have three guitar tracks. Now I was playing as I said on the demo. I was playing an electric guitar, but it needed more to it. So I went ahead and added two acoustic guitars to it. So there's actually three guitars, and the electric and the acoustic sound has a real nice sound to it. So I'll preview that shortly. And then has there's three background vocals, and there's two main vocals. Now I went ahead and commissioned a girl by the name of Sandra, who's from she's Hispanic. I forget exactly what country she's from, but she's from Costa Rica, something like that. And so she did a great job on it. She did an excellent job on it. So let's go ahead and do some preview on the sounds. So what I did is I chose the Logic drummer Kyle to play, and I'll go ahead and solo him out. So this is basically what I needed to do was I start out with find a drum pattern, or and so this is Kyle, and we'll go ahead and preview him right now. Okay, that's Kyle, and then the next thing we have is I'm actually playing this tambourine on my keyboard, so I am kind of alternating between the keys on the keyboard to make this tambourine sound. I'll go ahead and throw that in here with the drums, and then I'll mute it. I'll mute the drums, etc. So that's with the drums. There it is by itself. So I have a nice echo going on there. And then I'll go ahead and throw on the hand claps that I did. That's kind of the latest thing I did. Now the hand claps, I mean, no one really, people, when you got a group of people together, they're not all clapping together. So, they're kind of out of time. So that's kind of, you hear like probably a little bit of out of time going on, but that's totally natural. So here's the hand claps, and this is going to complete the percussion, the drums, and all the rhythm part of the song. So again, that's played on the keyboard, and I think it sounds nice. Next thing we'll go ahead and do is we'll go ahead and get Maddie into the action, and here is the clip of her barking. Go ahead and get the sound files a little bigger for you. So that's what Maddie looks like barking. So you see there's sound waves. You can manipulate them however you want. So I trimmed them up. The thing is when Ann was recording, there's a lot of noise. There was like you could hear her fish tank in the background and some external noise. So what I did is I went ahead and chopped out all these big spaces in here in between. Those are all noises, like her fish tank. And there's actually her her and I were kind of laughing. I didn't realize it, but she had a parakeet or some kind of bird. I think it was a parakeet, and you could hear it chirping on one of the barks. But I went ahead and zapped that out, so you won't hear that anymore. So here's Maddie. I'll go ahead and play her now. So that's her doing the solo in the middle, and then here's the little, here I'll play the outro part you'll hear in the song, and here you go. So Maddie gets the last word pretty much in the song. Okay, so that's that. Let's move on to the trumpets. So the trumpets are interesting. They kind of give sort of a almost a like a like a Mexican flair to it. I think like a, I don't know the word I'm looking for. Some kind of a sort of a Latin type. Just like a little Mexican jive. I don't know how to. I can't think properly now what I'm trying to say. But so here's the trumpets soloed out. Sorry about that. I was trying to preview each horn separately, which I'll do now. So I'll let you hear the high for a little while, then I'll throw the medium in, and then I'll throw the low in finally. Yeah, so that's the trumpets. There's 4 instances of those. They're in the choruses, and yeah, it really adds a lot of flair to the song. Um, so I like it. I hope you do too. Next thing I'll be previewing is the bass guitar. Um, so let's go ahead and play that. Again, it has the melody of the song. It's all complementing the melody. So that's the bass. I'm playing my Miko Ibanez bass. It's a small little short scale bass. It's almost the size of a guitar. Actually, it looks just like an electric guitar because normally the basses have a longer neck and are bigger. So it sounds really cool. I like it. Next thing I'm doing is the guitar. Go ahead and solo out the guitar. I believe this is the electric guitar set to clean. So let me preview that. Yeah, that's a clean electric guitar. And I'm trying to think what guitar I was using for this. I think I was using my little headless Steinberger black guitar, if I'm not mistaken. So let me go ahead and play it for you. Okay, now we'll go ahead and let you hear the acoustic guitars. So I'll just solo them out. And I have those panned left and right. So if you have your headphones on, you'll hear one guitar all the way to the left and one, well, not all the way. Let me see how I panned it. Yeah, they're right here. These two guitars right here. So I have them about 36% to the left and to the right. So it just fills in that stereo field. So let's go ahead and preview the guitars, the acoustic guitars now. Okay, now I'll go ahead and throw in the electric guitar with it, and you'll hear the nice full sound the electric and the acoustic guitars make together. Here you go. I'll go ahead and throw the bass in there, so you can see how there's sort of a little bit of a metallic sound with the electric guitar, and then you got a nice warm woody sound with the acoustics. So it really gives a nice, beautiful sound in my opinion. So I went ahead and threw the bass guitar in. So let's go ahead and hear all the stringed instruments together, and we'll do that right now. Okay, so that's the stringed instruments. Now let's go ahead and go on to the vocals. I'll go ahead and play the main vocals from Sandra. And here we go. So she did 5 vocal parts altogether, 2 leads. So we painting, 1 to the left, 1 to the right, and she has 3 background vocals. But right now we're just concentrating on the lead vocals, and let's go ahead and give it a listen right now.
When I'm down and feeling blue, all I do is think of you. When I'm happy and feeling gay, I wanna come home to you and play. If I'm tired and feeling alone, you're so kind to offer your bone. Sometimes I come home in a drag, then you greet me with your body way. Maddie, my girl, you're the only one in the world. Maddie, my girl, you are my one true love. Maddie, my girl, a gift from heaven above. Maddie, my girl, you're so darn cute.
Okay, so I was doing one, had both and was alternating between the left and the right. So yeah, very strong vocal performance from Sandra. She did a fantastic job. English isn't her first language, so there's a little bit of a speech difference on some of the words, but it's cute. It's her vocals are great. I love them. I'm really happy with them. So now let's go ahead and do the background vocals. This is interesting. So I'll go ahead and do the same thing. I'll let them all 3 together play for a little while, and I'll kind of turn one off, preview them independently as we go along. So here we go.
Maddie, my girl, you're the only one in the world. Maddie, my girl, you are my one true love. Maddie, my girl, You like to follow me around without even making a sound. You crawl under the covers at night. You stay asleep until morning light. As we walk on down the street, acorns to you are a treat. I tell people I rescued you, but in fact the opposite's true.
I'll throw them all in.
Maddie, my girl, you're the only one in the world. Maddie, my girl, you are my one true love. Maddie, my girl, a gift from heaven above. Maddie, my girl, you're so darn cute.
Okay, there you go. Interesting how the sounds of the voice blend in to make an all-encompassing type of a sound. So that's pretty much it. That's the Maddie song. So I'll just go ahead and I'll go around and I'll play a few select parts, and then I'll go ahead and fiddle around, turn things on and off so you can kind of hear stuff. I'll go ahead and we're going to get to the Maddie solo part here, and I'll go ahead and play around with everything.
You're so darn cute. When I'm happy and feeling gay, I wanna come home to you and play. If I'm tired and feeling alone, you're so kind to offer your phone. Sometimes I come home in a drag, then you greet me with your body wag. Maddie, my girl, you're the only one in the world. Maddie, my girl, you are my one true love. Maddie, my girl, a gift from heaven above. Maddie, my girl, you're so darn cute.
Yeah, so there you go. We gave Maddie the last word. So that's the Maddie song. So my notes here. I have 11/21/2018, 9:45 p.m. started writing. We ended up around 12:05. Now the actual recording of the song commenced on 11/27/18, so that was 6 days after we kind of collaborated on the lyrics and that. So as you can see, my session ran from 8:30 p.m. until 11:47. Session included multiple playbacks. Recorded vocals added, keyboard added, trumpets. So okay, so looks like I did some recording. Started writing. So I actually did the recording prior to 11/27. Oh, okay, no, I did the recording on 11/27. Just basically what I did is it was a session, and I did multiple playbacks of the song. So I would record the song and listen to it many times. I re-recorded the vocals, added harmonies to the chorus, added keyboard bass, which I took the keyboard bass out and added a real bass. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and show you that. So here's the original bass sound. It's a hidden track, and here it is right here. Yep, here it is. So it doesn't have a very humanistic feel to it. It's very robotic sounding. So here's the actual bass, real bass.
Sometimes I come home in a drag.
Yeah, so I had to get rid of that later on. So I put that bass on that that night, and I did it late. I redid it later. Added the trumpets, and I added the bass track. So I added a bass track, and I added the two acoustic guitar tracks that night. And then on December 20th, I came back and did some cleanup work. Took the original hand claps off the drum track, lowered the volume of the electric guitar track, and yeah, so that brings us up to today, where I edited out, kind of cleaned up the track, and a little bit of maintenance type of thing. So anyway, that's the song. It's a little bit under 30 minutes for this recording, and appreciate you watching, and hope you enjoy the Maddie song. And please check out the video again, and I'll go ahead and play the song, and here we go.
When I'm down and feeling blue, all I do is think of you. When I'm happy and feeling gay, creeping with your body.